All right, guys, we are really excited. It's been a long time coming. We are going camping. Let's get it. We had to stop here at the store, get some last minute provisions and snacks and stuff for the camping trip. And so Sarah went inside, and little Maddie is worried. Where's Mama at? Skipper, on the other hand, is back here chilling like a villain. Not a care in the world. Well, we made it. I actually have spent the last 20 minutes or so running around here recording, and I just realized I've been recording this whole time in hyperlapse. So check some of this footage out just for the fun of it. Okay, well, what I was trying to show you was we have made it down to Goethe State Forest. We are at the Tidewater Campground, and this is just a typical little campground. So as you can see here, we got a fire ring. It has a tent pad over there, a charcoal grill, and over here we've got the picnic table set up. And let me show you what all we brought. And it's kind of a mess now because we've got it all pulled out, but I'll show you what we brought, and then I'll kind of go over what we're fixing to do. Now, like I said, this is a campground, so it's got a nice picnic table here, but this is the first time we've ever been here, so really not knowing what to expect, I went ahead and packed for whatever. So I've got all my gear here, my hammock, tarp, my underquilts and stuff. That's all my camping gear. I've got axes, hatchets, the whole 9 yards here, and really didn't know what to expect. So this place has non-potable water, so technically you can't drink it. We brought our own water. I didn't know about whether or not we were going to be able to get firewood or anything like that, so we went ahead and brought some charcoal. There is a little charcoal grill, so that's pretty nice. We got the cooler. We got our camping box. We got everything. So this is going to be kind of a car camping trip. I am going to hammock camp. But Sarah's going to set up here in the Jeep. She's got a new air mattress, and we're going to set this whole thing up. And it should be pretty fun. So as you can see, we went ahead and put my tarp out. And the tarp is going to protect the bottom of the air mattress from the Jeep, any little sharp pieces or whatever that might be in there. And make sure it doesn't go flat on her in the middle of the night, like recently happened to me on my camping trip. I'll link a card up here if you want to go watch that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this air mattress set up now and get her camping area set up. Okay, so we got the tarp down and got Sarah's air mattress. This thing is nice. It's got all these different baffles where you can set it up a bunch of different ways. So we're going to get this thing aired up and see how it looks. Do you have any idea which baffles we need to be airing up?
I this one not.
Right.
So it can go around the
Here up the
so
big
just
one.
This one and the head.
That one and the front piece.
Yeah, because that's swivel.
Right. Okay. I don't know if this thing works without the key being on or not. Yes, it does. Do you have the adapter? It goes to the end of it.
Used one, didn't we?
Yeah, we had to have the adapter. Oh, let's see.
You gotta put the other thing in.
Oh. There we go. Now we got it. Now that's pretty nice right there. This is only half of it blown up, but as you can see, it gives you a whole other section over here where you could stack stuff up. And we don't have the skirt around it inflated, and that goes around the wheel well on the tire. It's a pretty nice little setup. I think I'm gonna go ahead and inflate the other side so she doesn't go tumbling off of it in the middle of the night. Yeah, that turned out pretty nice. So we went ahead and decided to go ahead and inflate this side and leave this side deflated. That way if we need to put anything right through here or store anything right here, we'll have plenty of room. So that's a pretty nice setup. Now Sarah can get her bed made. So we typically always complain about planes flying overhead, but not today. Somewhere up here, he is gone off now, but there's a bi-wing plane that was flying above us doing acrobatic stunts and stuff like that. He flew up, stalled it out, dove it back down and took off. Pretty dang cool. Well, looks like Maddie's got somewhere to sleep tonight. What do you think, Maddie? You like it? Hmm? What do you think? The bed gonna be okay? Yeah. Alright, so as you can see, I used the kayak racks on top, and I added the tarp to it, tied it out, and we have essentially turned the Jeep into a tent. So if you look under here, the windows are rolled down, and it has this screen over the windows, and that's going to be pretty cool. Well, I got my hammock set up and everything, the Jeep set up. I think it's time for me to go find some firewood and see if we can't get us a fire going. So it's already that time of year. Walking around here grabbing stuff and doing stuff around here, I've already found a bunch of those tiny little seed ticks. So we're gonna have a fun time, I'm sure, when we get home, picking ticks off of us and the dogs and everything. But that's camping in Florida, man. You're gonna have to deal with that kind of stuff, unfortunately. So it's just something to think about. There is things you can put on you to try to keep yourself from getting the ticks or getting them as bad. And you can spray the dogs and stuff like that. But I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of spraying stuff and chemicals like that on my body unless I absolutely have to. So I'm just a sensitive kind of guy, I guess. I don't like that spraying that stuff on me. It burns my skin. I'm just not a fan of it. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So I think we're gonna look at the signs around here and look online. I think I can still get online here. And you got signal?
Yeah.
So look online and see if we can find, it's called Tidewater Trail or something like that, and I think it's right around here close. So I think we might try to see if we can go find that thing and just find a little something to do here. I actually want to walk around up here in just a minute and show you the other area, the little equine camp area too. It's pretty cool over there. So I think we'll go over there and check that out and then see what we can find from there. Yep, there's one right there crawling. So this area up here is the equine campsites. So this is where you can camp with horses up here. It's pretty nice. They got the hitching post set up here where you can hitch the horse to. Some of them have picnic tables set around. They got fire rings. Really nice. Now, they do have some decent bathrooms here. They're not vault toilets, they're regular flush toilets. And that's pretty nice when you come camping like this. So the bathrooms are pretty nice. There's no shower that I've seen, but the toilets are nice. Really nice big pavilion here. This is a nice area down here, especially if you were bringing your horses down here to go camping and riding. This would be nice. All right, so we stopped and got us a map, and we're gonna head out and hike a little ways. We may end up not making the loop and just turning around and coming back. Kind of depends on the dogs. Maddie can make it no problem, but Skipper's an old man, so we'll go as far as we can, and as soon as he seems like he's starting to get tired, we'll turn around and come back. If I gotta carry him a little bit, I'll carry him. Maddie girl, you tired? You already tired? How about you, old man? You tired? I think so. Well, these guys are already kind of worn out, so short little hike today, but that's okay. We had fun hiking down here and seeing something new. I got a question for you. Me and Sarah were pondering it earlier. What constitutes a hike versus a walk. Now I know there's probably a definite definition, but in your opinion, is it the length of travel, how far, how long you hike or walk, that makes it a walk or a hike? Is it terrain? You know, do you hike in the mountains and walk on the flatlands? Just leave me a comment below, let me know what you think. Now, you know, they say that Grandma Gatewood told people that she was just going out for a little walk when she hiked the Appalachian Trail. So, I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? What's the difference between a hike and a walk? Okay, if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, I made these DIY mini infernos. I'll put a link in the card above if you want to watch it, if you haven't watched it yet. But let's see if this DIY mini inferno will do what I want it to do. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and light it, put it under there, and then I'll stack everything on top. Light it up, walk away. That was just a figure of speech. Don't light it up and walk away. Light it up and keep your campfire attended, obviously. Man, I'm really happy with the way that worked. It literally was strike it and stack everything on top of it and walk away. Granted, everything is pretty dry right now, so it worked really easily, but pretty happy with the way that worked. Well, I know this is going to be pretty shocking to you, but tonight for dinner, steak. I know, I'm unpredictable and you never know what I'm going to do. But we got this giant top sirloin steak here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the thing down where we'll be able to season it differently. I've got some of the usual seasoning, and a friend of mine showed me that on a camp out, and I really like it. Sarah's really not a huge fan of it, so we've got some garlic salt, some regular salt, and pepper and stuff like that for her steak. So we're going to season them up a little bit differently and get these things on the fire. Yesterday when I went to Publix to grab us some stuff to go camping with, they actually had some of the flavored Dr. Peppers there. These things have become really hard to find. I don't know what the deal is with the whether it has anything to do with the pandemic or what it has to do with, but these things have become really hard to find, and I really like this one. This is the Dr. Pepper and cream soda. That thing's good. Now, like I said, for our side tonight, we've got these potato packets. Sarah made these things up, and they are really good. This is a super easy way to have a side for dinner. She just cuts the potatoes up and puts them in the little packets with olive oil or something like that.
I did these a little bit different. It's got olive oil and a ranch seasoning packet.
Okay, so these are sort of like cheesy ranch potatoes. So they have olive oil and a ranch seasoning packet in there, and we'll cook them all up. And then she brought us some cheese to go along with them, so we'll get those on the fire here pretty quick. Should be good. Well, you know what time it is. The only difference is tonight we're making one for the wife. We haven't done that in a while. So you guys know I like my Dr. Pepper and Evan Williams or Jack Fire or Jim Beam Fire or whatever. But Sarah is a huge fan of the salted caramel, how do you say that? Anyway, the Old Smoky salted caramel, whatever. She's a big fan of that, and she's just a whiskey drinker, so she don't mix it with nothing. So we're gonna make her a little whiskey drink, and then we're gonna make me and Evan Williams and Dr. Pepper and cream soda. Should be good. Now we're camping. Very good. Your drink, ma'am.
Thank you.
So I can't remember if I've ever shown you our little car camping box that we've got here. So I set this box up a long time ago. It's just got some basic car camping stuff in it, and I'll just show you kind of what we got in the box. And the nice thing about this is when we go camping, we just throw this thing in the Jeep and we pretty much got what we need in here. Now before we go, we always go through it just to kind of make sure that we don't need to add anything or re-up on anything, which today we had to add some TP in there and some paper towels and a few things. So but let me show you what we got in here. Okay, so down in here we've got some bug spray, some extra cordage, just a lighter, a can opener in case we need it, a extra knife, and that's just right here in the top piece of fat lighter. And over here I've got just some sharpening stuff if I had to. There's actually some Listerine, there's some hot hands in there, the essentials, you know. Now in the bottom down here, I've got this bag of charcoal that we got earlier. There's a bag of oil, a pot. There's some coffee making stuff. Paper towels. This is our little toilet paper thing where you can hang the toilet paper on a limb. That's pretty simple. There's a frying pan down there, some utensils, plates and cups and stuff like that, and just some extra stuff down there. It's not much, but it definitely makes it nice to just be able to grab this box and throw it in the vehicle and take off. And it's basically like a almost like a camp kitchen in a box here. So I didn't bring a barbecue grill cleaner with me, and this barbecue grill is pretty rusty and stuff. So I brought my grill with me, and I think I'm going to set my grill grate on top of that grill grate to cook those steaks. I brought it with me, might as well use it, right?
And it's clean.
I think these potatoes should be pretty well done. So would you actually pull one of those potatoes off of there and check it just to see if they're done yet? I think we're going to go ahead and get these steaks on here.
Hot.
Can you get it, or you need me to get you something?
I got it. I think they're good.
Good deal. Well, I gotta say, I hate to jinx us. But I'm pretty surprised at how full this campground is, and not really getting a peep out of anybody yet. And I'm honestly pretty surprised. You know, the folks down here had dogs that were barking a little bit, but that's not really a huge deal. And but nobody's really making a bunch of noise. It's been pretty nice and quiet and relaxing, and the breeze blowing through the trees, and you can hear the bugs and the crickets and the frogs and the birds and stuff. It's pretty nice out here. Can't wait for those steaks to be done. I'm hungry now. You hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hungry. I'm ready. So. You guys get treats. Skipper, did you get a treat? Alright. So this is Sarah's steak. Let's see how it looks. Still a little bit pink for her, I think. Mine still definitely needs more cooking, so throw them back on there. All right, take two. I think we should be pretty good now. This is mine. Yeah, that's good for me. I like that. That looks good. All right, guys, let's give this thing a try. I overcooked Sarah's a little bit, but she says it's still good. But mine is just about perfect for me. Oh yeah, really good. And I love that, it's called the usual seasoning. We get it from Walmart. I don't know where else you can get it from, but it's really good. I enjoy it. Sarah doesn't like it so much because it has a rosemary flavor, but it's really good. I enjoy it.
I don't even need steak sauce.
No steak sauce needed. Alright, I'm gonna try some potatoes. Oh, Where's the cheese at?
It's already on there.
Oh, you already put the cheese on there?
I put the cheese on there and wrapped it back up so it'd be melted.
Oh. Cheese has already been applied. Oh yeah, man, that looks so good. Here, let me show you. Look at those cheesy ranch potatoes. Man, those things look so good.
There.
I've been warned, they're very hot. That's really good. It's really good.
It's easy.
All right. Well, that was a really simple dinner. You can't hardly beat steak and potatoes anyway, right? But really simple dinner, and it took a little longer than I thought, but in all honesty, the steak slow cooked and it's really good. It's perfect and it's tender, so that's okay with me. But I think we're gonna go ahead and eat our dinner and call it a night. I will see you guys in the morning. Well, it's about 9:30. We got done with dinner and everything, and looks like there might be a storm rolling in on us here in just a few minutes. So we are sitting around the fire and finishing up our drinks and everything and fixing to get ready to hit the sack. So I will catch back up to you in a little while if the storm actually hits. Alright guys, well, here comes the storm. It's blowing in and the rain is kind of light, but it's blowing in anyway, so fingers crossed it doesn't get too bad. Sarah's holed up in the Jeep, she's doing good, and I think we're okay. So it's right about 2 o'clock in the morning, and just woke up, had to go to the bathroom real quick, and I decided to go ahead and tighten my tarp back up. It had a little bit of sag in it, and I tightened my hammock up a little bit, and it's a good thing I did too, because the wind just started whipping and it's starting to rain again. Well, good morning. I did alright last night. It rained pretty hard for a while, and it stormed a little bit, but all in all it was okay. I was up around 1:30 or so and got up and retensioned my tarp and a few things, and got back in my hammock just in time for that storm to hit. But I did alright. I think now I'm gonna go over here and see if I can't get that fire stoked up, even though it rained all night. And see if we can get some coffee on. Sarah should be up in a minute. I want to see how she did. Got down to about 57 last night, and I didn't use my underquilt, so my back got a little cold, but I didn't use my underquilt because I put Skip in the chair beside me in his little bed, and I covered him up with that underquilt, folded it up and put it on top of him, and he was snug as a bug. So, but I did okay. We both did okay, I think. Alright, let's get up. See this, guys? This is the very reason why, if it's gonna rain and I'm in an area that's safe to do it, I always put a couple of big logs on the fire before I go to bed, because they'll smolder and just kind of burn slowly all night. Um, and that's what's happened here. It rained literally on and off all night. Everything around me is soaking wet. I came over here this morning, stirred the coals up a little bit on those logs, and a couple blows of air on it, and it was back to flame. So I only say to do this if it's in a safe area, because you don't want it to get away from you in the middle of the night. But if you're in an area that you can do this and it's gonna rain, a couple good sized rounds on there, not split logs, but rounds, and it'll burn slow all night long, and then when you get up in the morning, you're likely to still have a good hot coal to get your fire started with. So I went out there and found some dead oak limbs that were up off of the ground, and they're wet on the outside, but they're still good and dry on the inside. And since I had a good hot bed of coals here, I was able to get my flame started again. I can still break those little twigs up and get them on that fire, and as you can see, it doesn't take but a second to dry them back out, and it's going good again. So that's just a little tip to help you when you're getting your fire started after a rain. Got the coffee on, and Sarah and Maddie have rolled out. You guys slept okay last night though?
Yep.
Good. They slept good in there, and the pups are eating breakfast, so coffee's on. I think we better get us some breakfast going. I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit this morning since we've got the charcoal anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and get the charcoal going here in the grill. That way I can kind of cook our breakfast and everything standing up here, and I won't have to be kneeling over that fire. Coffee. Now we can get this day started. Okay, so I got the coals pretty much down to cooking temperature. Not gonna matter that much anyway, we're not grilling anything this morning. But I like to kind of get them, you know, evenly hot. So, you know, we don't normally make a big breakfast, but because, you know, it's me and Sarah out here, or I don't normally make a big breakfast for me most of the time, but because it's me and Sarah out here this morning, I'm gonna do some sausage, and I think we're gonna reheat those potatoes from last night. We had 4 packets last night and we only ate 2 of them, so I think we're gonna reheat 2 of those packages and have us some sausage and potatoes this morning, and maybe some oatmeal and grits anyway. But sounds pretty good. I'm getting hungry. Alright, so I'm doing the old standby oatmeal, and I have a piece of sausage. That's good. Potato packet, and jam up breakfast. Well, I guess I am my father's son. I got potatoes here and sausage, and I still got my oatmeal. I'm a creature of habit, I guess, and Pop was a creature of habit too. He would go to Waffle House almost every morning and get the exact same thing every morning: triple scramble with cheese, bacon, crispy, no toast, and a Diet Coke. But the funny thing is that he did that so much that they knew him. He was a regular, so as soon as he would get out of the truck, they'd start putting this stuff on the table. He'd almost be ready to eat by the time he got in and sat down. So I don't know, I guess, you know, I've got all this other stuff to eat here, and I've still got my oatmeal. The apple didn't fall far from that tree, I guess, being a creature of habit. That's okay. There's worse things in this world.
And he'd be mad as hell if somebody was in his seat.
Yeah, he would definitely be mad if somebody was in his seat. He thought that Waffle House was his.
And he had a parking spot too.
Yep, and he had a parking spot where if we pulled up and somebody else was in his parking spot, we would circle the lot until those people left, just about. Well, that was a dang good breakfast. The only problem is now, because we had such a big, elaborate kind of breakfast, I say big, elaborate breakfast, for us anyway, now I gotta do the dishes and get it all cleaned up. So I got some hot water. I'm pouring hot water in the cups and stuff. The cups is what we used for the grits and oatmeal, and then pouring some hot water in the plates and getting this all cleaned up, so get this place wrapped up and get ready to get out of here. If everything goes right, we got another little thing that we're gonna hit on the way home, so fingers crossed we can make that work. But for right now, I think we're gonna go ahead and start getting this place wrapped up. Well, we got this place all packed up and the fire's all out, and so we're fixing to get out of here. Fingers crossed we got one more thing we're gonna go check out. So it's been a really good time here though, but I think it's time for us to push on and find something new to do. What do you think, Maddie? All right, Maddie, let's go. we are heading down the Big Cypress boardwalk here in Goethe State Forest, and we are fixing to go see if we can't find ourselves a giant, the Goethe giant to be exact. So the Goethe giant is a huge old growth cypress tree, and it's pretty awesome, and wouldn't have made much sense for us to come all the way down here without going to see it. So here we go. So the trail is definitely wet as you come in right now, all the rain we've been having. So, but we made it to the boardwalk. Should be smooth sailing from here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd say that's it. That is an enormous tree. It's hard to get the actual size of it in the video for you to be able to tell the size of it. It's like crazy big. It's hard to give you the scale of this tree just from the video. It's just almost impossible to show you exactly how big this thing is. If you get down this way, you should come check it out, definitely. The boardwalk's not very far. It's not a long hike at all. It's just a short walk from the parking lot. The walk-in was a little bit muddy in a few spots, but not too bad. Definitely neat thing to come check out if you get down this way. Okay, so I'm here at the entrance to the Big Cypress boardwalk. Right behind me here is the sign for it. Now, if anybody's watching this video and you're close, I'm gonna hide 2 stickers right up on the top of the sign right here on that side. And if you go down here and you find these stickers, hit us up on Instagram, tag us at Rewild Outdoors, and post that you came down here and found these stickers. So I'm gonna leave these up there for you. I hope you enjoy them. Alright guys, so I think that's going to wrap it up for us. We had a great time down here in Goethe State Forest. I highly recommend that if you are into car camping and you want a nice quiet place to camp, that Tidewater campground was a really nice place, super quiet, and we had a really good time. So if you did like the video, don't forget to give us that big thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.